We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. And he returns this to the 22.
It's on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip at his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. First line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay.
Phillip Lindsay.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
7-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Texans 10, Vikings nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The play fake, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Fairbairn.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 6.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
17-0 our score after 1.
The score, Texans 17. Vikings nothing.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Cook again, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They're calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Turnover on down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First and
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And the lead is now 24.
Good. Makes the score Texans 24. Vikings nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Operating from the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, Watson. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Texans 31. Vikings.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? Well,
I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Minnesota.
Again, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins again to Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Smith catches left side. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
At the 15-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Bailey able to knock it through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 0-0, Mike 3.
Play action now. Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Texans 31, Vikings 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Watson, off play action. On the move to his left. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Watson.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Rolling to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texans 31.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. So nice number 1, nice number 1. Let's go. Here we go.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Oh, going for... He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Vikings.
Complete to number 18.
Justin Jefferson. 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's bring it. Right there. 54, right there.
From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
They'll run with Lindsey. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
17.
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down.
Now Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a
23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Minnesota.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. Cousins now from the 50. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Cousins pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A 12-yard gain on the play.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A first down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it's going to be third down and forever.
17.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Houston, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.